This is a tutorial for Trimble SiteVision. For more information on this product, visit sitevision.trimble.com or contact your local dealer. Hello, and welcome to another Trimble SiteVision tutorial. In this segment, we'll be going through loading and placing a model using the measured method. Using the measured method allows you to harness the full power of SiteVision to georeference a model, or to make adjustments to a model already containing a georeference. This type of model placement is not dependent solely on the phone's AR positioning system, so you can move freely around and even inside the model itself without losing your placement. For an optimal measured placement, we recommend using a survey pole and attaching the SiteVision bracket to it using the included mount. Also, make sure that your phone itself is mounted onto the SiteVision bracket and plugged in, and that all the necessary calibrations have been completed beforehand. For all model placements, you will first need to load a model from Trimble Connect. To do this, open the SiteVision app, then tap the menu icon in the lower left corner. After this, tap Load Model to open Trimble Connect. Select your project, and then navigate to and select your model by tapping it. To load your model onto SiteVision, tap on the green eye icon in the lower right corner, and then wait for it to finish loading. Once your model has been loaded into SiteVision, place the model by tapping the menu icon, then Place Model. Since we're doing a measured placement, select Measured. After loading a model, the first window that will appear will ask about your model selection configuration and whether you want to place it from the top or the bottom of the model. This lets you determine where the zero height of the model itself is based on. For models that are meant to be placed above ground, such as buildings or roads, select Bottom of Model. For models that are meant to be placed below ground, such as a utility pipeline, select Top of Model. If you have a range pole, fit the adapter onto the pole, then mount the SiteVision unit onto it. Measure and enter the range pole's height under Pole Height. Alternatively, if you don't have access to a range pole, you can place the unit directly on the point itself. If you do this, make sure to set the pole height to 0 so that SiteVision knows you are measuring with the unit itself. After choosing your model configuration and setting pole height, walk to a known point of your model in the real world, such as to a control point or a corner, and level the pole. Once this is done, select the Measure button from the top right and ensure that the antenna is vertical for at least 3 seconds while the system is measuring your location. You will then see the Plan View screen, which shows a crosshair with a faint triangle in the center. Place this crosshair onto the corresponding point of your model. Once this is done, you will need to repeat this process again for another point on your model. This is so SiteVision can determine a vector to orient your model in real space. When you finish this, SiteVision will then instruct you to walk 10 meters or yards in a straight line to align the orientation of the model to the real world. We recommend that the first and second points are spaced far apart from each other, and ideally placed at opposite extents of the model, since this affects the accuracy of the model alignment. Using a short baseline in a large model will result in larger errors the further you move away from the model itself. Your model has now been successfully placed, and you can now walk around to take a look. Please note that the model may have appeared behind you or to your sides, depending on how you have walked in the previous step. Once your model is loaded, you can tap parts of it to reveal their attributes.